The story of why my family first came to the New World begins with the attack on Malta, the last stronghold of a dying order of Crusader knights. This much is fact. My ancestor Morgan Black was with the Knights of St. John when they defended the island from Sahin and the Ottomans. The rest, well, like most family stories, it's hard to separate the truth from the legend.
Morgan, the Ottomans have landed. 1,000 Janissaries led by Sahin the Falcon.
Alain Magnan still commands the knights, and he says we must hold them at the beach. We'll make our stand here.
The Crusades are dead! Your knighthood is all that remains, a relic!
I'm not ready to die just yet, Falcon, and I don't intend to see our knighthood broken.
It is already broken, Morgan. Will you break with it?
Move the crossbow to the forward walls to attack the Janissaries. Defend the fort at all costs.
We do not have to fight, Frank. Do you never question foolish orders?
Why do you call me that? I'm Scottish.
All you Europeans are Frank to me. Continue to act blindly, Morgan, and you and your pathetic knighthood will be irrelevant in the modern world.
Well done, Morgan. The Turks are holed up in the caves to the east. If we attack now, we can drive them from Malta.
Nothing would please me more, my lord. You men, with me. Bring that bombard.
Sir, we are under attack from the east. We can't hold out much longer.
Elaine, look. The last explosion opened a tunnel. So this is what the Ottomans really wanted on Malta.
A library carved in stone. Very old. This writing was left by the Circle of Arsus.
Who are they?
They are a secret society. Some say they're the most powerful men in Europe. Others say they're nothing more than scientists and alchemists. They seek a means for eternal life.
The writing refers to the Lake of the Moon, a place known only to the Aztecs. America sive nobi orbis. I need you to go to the New World, Morgan.
What, across the ocean sea?
Sahin and the Ottomans are on their way there now. Defeat them and find this lake. The future of the knighthood depends on your success. You sail with the tide. We'll send you resources and men once you arrive.
In those days, crossing the Atlantic was a thing only the bravest attempted. But for Morgan, if serving the Knights of St. John meant sailing to the New World, he was ready for whatever challenges awaited him there.
Lane! I saw it first. The reward is mine.
You'll get your gold, but be cautious. These are unfamiliar waters. What happened?
A ship filled to the gunnels with explosives. It came out of nowhere.
And there's more where that came from. I am Elizabeth Ramsey. Surrender your ships to me and I'll spare your lives.
We are Knights of St. John. We do not surrender.
Knights? How quaint. Fire!
Make land. We need to hold them off until the other ships arrive and we can force our way through.
Pirate ship's dead ahead, Captain!
Another fire ship. It's coming into ram.
Our ship is badly damaged. Start a colony on this island and wait for more ships to arrive from Malta.
Never thought I'd be setting my heels in the sands of the bleeding Americas.
Keep the men together. We don't know what predators lurk in that jungle. Animal or human.
And now this knight chases me all the way to the New World. He does not understand. We are not after the Lake of the Moon. We just want to keep it away from the Circle.
Shaheen has beaten us here, but we'll worry about him later. We need to get a colony started.
The Aztec city is north of here. The Spanish are laying siege.
If we help the Aztecs, perhaps they'll tell us the location of the Lake of the Moon. What of the Turks?
They're beaten. We killed most of the survivors in the jungle, and the Spanish captured the rest.
Help! Kill it, please!
Pure white. I've never seen such a thing.
I have. On the walls of the caves in Malta. I do not like this. This new world holds many dangers.
Does this animal mean the Circle of Ossus is in the New World?
I fear so. And if the Circle seeks the Lake of the Moon, we must beat them to it. Prepare the men. The Aztec city is deep in the jungle. We'll have to cut our way through.
I don't understand. There's no gold here. What were the Spanish after?
The map.
What map?
You're standing on it. The Lake of the Moon is in Florida. Send word to Elaine.
So, we have captured not only Aztecs, but a Turk as well. What is an Ottoman doing in the New World?
I have no quarrel with you, Conquistador. All I wanted was a look at an old map.
Si, the Lago de Luna. I saw the map too. My treasure fleet will be stopping in La Florida. Water from this lake of yours will make me a rich man when I return to Spain.
So, you would take the water for yourself? You conquistadors are no better than the Circle.
That old story again.
The Circle has enclaves in Prague and Alexandria, even your precious Spain. Have you not seen the white animals?
Bah! The Circle of Ossus is nothing more than a legend. No match for powder and steel. Put the Turk in the hold with the other prisoners. He will face the fire when we return to Spain.
Morgan set sail for Florida, but he hadn't counted on the hurricane. It was like no storm the Knights had ever seen. It swept across the Caribbean with a vengeance, leaving fragile colonies in ruins.
It'll have to be in dry dock for quite a while before it's seaworthy again.
Not good enough. We need to sail right away.
If you try to get to Florida in that, you'll be swimming the last 100 miles. Consider yourself lucky you made it to port at all in a hurricane.
Speaking of hurricanes...
Well, well. Morgan Black. So, the New World hasn't killed you off yet. What's this I hear about Florida?
Nothing that need concern you.
Oh, come now. You sent my best ships to the bottom. The least you owe me is a little civility. Are you going after the treasure fleet?
Aye, we're going after the Spanish, but we don't want their gold. If you take us to Florida, it's yours.
I like the idea of your knights keeping the Spaniards busy while I make off with the plunder. I really do. But I'm not sure you're up to the task.
And you are? Those pirates of yours are too scruffy and underfed to stand toe-to-toe with an army of conquistadors.
Point taken. But still, I don't make a habit of sailing with knights. Perhaps I'll let you and your men come along with me, but you'll have to prove yourself first. prove yourself worthy to sail with me before I leave, and I'll take you to Florida.
Making a name for myself in these islands should impress Lizzie. I'll have to find ways to improve my reputation. The hurricane has put us so far off course, we won't be getting any shipments from Malta. Look there, the Spanish. The treasure fleet will be somewhere nearby.
Who is that?
It is my commander, Elaine. He must have received my message.
Excellent work, Morgan. You have accomplished everything I asked you to do. I will ride inland and prevent the Spanish from reaching the lake.
What would you have me do?
Take their treasure fleet. We will use their ill-gotten gains to rebuild our knighthood.
Wait just a minute, old man.
Elizabeth, please, let me handle this.
Morgan, when this business with the Spaniards is over, we must discuss your choice of friends.
The Florida coast is crawling with Spanish fortifications. We'll have to scout the area for a safe place to land. So, Sahin, it seems your Spanish friends have left you here to die.
If you kill me, there will be no one to stop the circle of Ossus.
Well done, Morgan. The treasure fleet is ours, and my men control the lake.
I will warn you, as I warned the conquistador. The Lago de Luna is an elder power. Do not trifle with it.
Morgan, why is that savage still alive?
The Inca prisoners helped us against the Spanish. It makes no sense to kill them.
I am Knight Commander, and you will follow my orders. Execute the Turk and the others, then rendezvous with me at the lake.
Do you see it now, Frank? You have been tricked.
Silence!
Open your eyes. The Circle of Ossus wants the lake because they think it is the fountain of youth. All I have been doing is trying to keep it out of the hands of the Circle. And Elaine Magnan.
What are you saying? Elaine has given his whole life to this knighthood. He's no member of this circle.
Morgan, he makes sense. Elaine left you to fight the Spanish while he raced ahead to the lake. He's been using you.
Release him! I don't trust either of you, but I do not know what to make of Elaine's actions. I'll see this fountain of youth and make my decision then.
Look, there are knights all around the lake.
Not just knights. The Circle. See the white animals? See the men with Elaine. They are Bone Guard, the Circle's elite soldiers.
This is Knight's business now. Elaine made me a pawn in this Circle's game. He's betrayed the Knights of St. John, and he'll answer for it.
If you want revenge, keep him from getting his prize, the fountain's water.
What are you saying?
Destroy it. It is the only way. You cannot leave the fountain of youth in the hands of such men.
We can make a few fire ships, but I am low on black powder.
I am Ottoman. I have more than you could possibly ever use.
Fetch that powder, Sahin. We're gonna need all of it. Ram the fountain with a fire ship!
With Elaine Magnan dead and the fountain destroyed, the Circle of Ossus had nothing left in the New World. Sahin knew the Europeans were carving out empires in the Americas. He realized that the Ottomans were as much relics of the past as the Knights of St. John. Lizzie had lost her Spanish gold, and it would be several years before she really forgave Morgan. I'm not sure if she was really my great-great-grandmother. But folks say I have a pirate's temper. Was there something special about the fountain's water? All I know for sure is the circle would return to find out. Everyone always said Morgan's grandson, John Black, had a lot more enemies than he had friends. But one man, a Mohawk named Kenyon, always stood by his side, even if the two did have a friendly rivalry.
Too slow, John Black. You were faster once.
And your eyes were better once. Your arrow missed the mark. My shot was the one that took him down. Only a few more miles to Brunswick, boys. We've marched long and hard, and you all deserve a hot meal.
This is a waste of time. Your uncle sees a shadow in the forest and cries for help.
Stuart is not the commander my grandfather Morgan was. But if he says the colony is threatened, I believe him.
Why would the Cherokee attack? Brunswick is far from their lands.
Who knows? The colonists can't afford to take chances. And as long as they line our pockets, their interests are mine.
John, thank God you're here.
Uncle, what happened here? Where's the garrison?
These few men are all that's left. The others died in the last raid, and the Cherokee carried off most of the survivors.
Another war party is on the way. Less than a mile distant. I can hear them.
Shore up the defenses and open the arsenal. I want every colonist that can hold a musket on the walls.
Another wave of Cherokee sighted!
Go! Grab rifles and defend the walls!
Get the men together. We're going after the Cherokee.
Nephew, you are paid to protect the colony!
If the Cherokee make it back to their villages, they'll return in force. We have to take the fight to them. 6 of you stay here to protect the wounded. The rest, with us.
I fear more warriors are gathering at the war camps.
Then maybe it's time we took the fight to them. Stuart, you stay here with the other women.
Oh, yes, I think my skills are best put to use here.
Why would British soldiers attack their own colony? Where's my uncle?
They took him. Went north.
The raids were just a distraction. The soldiers meant to draw the garrison away from the colony and then attack.
But why take Stuart?
I know why. The Circle. My family has powerful enemies.
Then my tribe and my sister may also be in danger. We must get back to New England. My people cannot hold off the British for long.
Hold on, we're coming. The only way to your sister's village is through the British. We need to train an army and attack the British from our side.
I missed you, John.
Have you told your brother about us yet?
No. Later, when it is a quieter time, he will accept it. But not now.
The French are moving against the British. Your people will be caught in the middle.
What would you have us do? Better to ally with the French than this Warwick.
The French cannot be trusted.
No one can anymore.
Dawn's coming. Let's go meet these French. It looks like the French could use our help. Take the men and help push the British back across the river. No sign of Warwick, or my uncle.
Look there. A flag of truce.
Are you John Black?
Who's asking?
I'm Colonel Washington. Why are your mercenaries fighting for the French?
We'll stand down. Just give us Warwick.
Warwick is a renegade. He ordered the attack on the natives without the authorization of the Crown, and he'll answer for it. He won't trouble your Iroquois friends again.
He's taken my uncle.
Then I'm afraid your uncle is dead. But if you want to pursue Warwick, you'll have British support. He's gone west towards Lake Huron with a handful of traitors.
Do you believe Warwick is part of the circle you told me of?
Yes, and going after him will be dangerous.
You will find my sister makes her own choices.
We'll track your traitor for you, Colonel Washington. Bone Guard. I don't believe it.
What does the circle want from your family?
They're just madmen chasing after an old legend. They believe my grandfather Morgan knew the location of the Fountain of Youth.
And did he?
It's just a legend. Come on. My uncle's down there somewhere. The wood from the trees in this area is too poor to build ships with. We'll have to rely on your navy, Colonel Washington.
My warships will sail into these Great Lakes soon. In the meantime, we should establish a base here and construct some cannon.
It is your uncle. I will put him to rest where the others fell.
No. I'll do it.
Warwick's trail is still warm. He heads west across the plains. We will catch him if we move quickly.
This will end badly. I don't want her to see it.
Agreed.
You already know about us, don't you?
John Black? I would not have chosen you as a husband for my sister. She should have someone more settled. But she decides who she loves, and I will not come between you.
This Warwick and his Bone Guard seek to kill all the chiefs on the plains. Earn the respect of the tribes before the last chief is killed, and Warwick will be driven from our lands.
Look there.
This won't be easy.
Should we wait for more reinforcements? Washington has promised more men and supplies.
We can't wait. We'll just have to steal our supplies from Warwick. Get this supply wagon back to camp. We're going to need the resources to attack that fort. Warwick's base is much too well defended for us to assault now. But we can steal some of the supply wagons being escorted into his fort. Those soldiers, they're Russian.
Another tribe from across the water?
Yes, but a different water. The Pacific Ocean. They're headed east, and Warwick has marked the way for them.
The pass is clear. There is nothing to stop them.
With the French and British at war, there's no one to defend the colonies from that army. Can you hold them alone?
Not for long. What are you going to do?
I'm gonna bring the mountain down. I'll set explosives on the mountain to the north, seal off the other passes, and force the Russians to march through the northern pass. These miners have volunteered to help us.
We can collapse the rock bridges and seal these passes off. If you can keep the Russians from killing us, of course.
I don't know exactly what happened on the mountain that day, but my grandfather wasn't the type to go down without a fight.
Warwick.
You're delaying the inevitable. The new world belongs to the Circle of Ossus now, Black.
You shouldn't have taken Stuart.
You're right. It seems you're the keeper of the family's secret.
There is no secret.
Perhaps. Are you made of sterner stuff than your uncle? I so love a challenge. Fools! The powder!
John Black may have made a lot of enemies in his life, but he died a hero. He knocked the Circle back on their heels so hard, it would take them decades to recover. By spring, Kenyon returned to his village. Life went on just as it had for years. Except that his sister had given birth to John's son. And though the Russians were gone, Kenyon knew other white men would follow, spreading like wildfire until they covered the land. But until then, he would live, work, and help raise his sister's son, my father, Nathaniel Black. John's sacrifice did not go unnoticed. My family was rewarded by the British government, and later the Americans. By the standards of those days, we got rich. Those were eventful years. We pushed the frontier to the horizon, building, expanding, heading west. My father Nathaniel was a patriot, but not much of a businessman. By the time he left the company in my hands, the Black family fortune had dried up. And so we come to my part of the story.
Amelia Black, the girl that owns Falcon Company. Is it true your grandmother was a Mohawk?
Sorry, old man, but I don't have time to chat.
They say that Falcon's laying tracks all the way to the west coast.
That's the plan, unless we get beat by our competitors. I've got to go, old-timer.
Is it true what they say? That Falcon Company's bankrupt?
The government's not convinced you can get this job done, Black. You're going to have to prove to us you can beat the other companies before you'll get the contract.
The government will get its railroad, Major Cooper. Just keep my men alive. Then you can go back to fighting Mexicans or Seminoles or whatever it is you do.
The Falcon Company will never own the railroad in this region.
We're done. Where's my money?
You'll get paid soon enough. You did good work here, Black. Getting supplies down to the border forts was crucial. The Mexican army is on the move again.
Or maybe they're already here.
Get everyone into the fort! Keep your workers out of our way.
Fine, but I'm staying at the wall.
She can fight, this pretty one.
Do I know you, friend?
Pierre Beaumont is what I'm called. The Mexican army chased me all the way up here. And now, we are trapped together, no? I will show you the way I like to kill.
The Mexicans will try to cut off our supplies. Conserve as many resources as you can. I have a regiment of men on the way. We have to hold the fort until they get here.
Leaving so soon?
I've got to go finish the railroad if I'm going to get paid.
These days you have not enough money, eh? So now I help you, with gold from my claim up in the mountains.
What are you offering?
You have men. I'm alone. Your men mine the claim. You take half of what they dig up.
70%. And I want to see the mine first.
Done. I go with you to Colorado. We stop on the way, see the mine, and then you go home to play with your little trains. We'll go now, yes?
Yes. We'll go. How much further?
Not far, see. In the cave there.
Amelia, stop! It's a trap. He leads the circle.
Canyon?
You have followed me for too many years, old one. We settled this here, you and I, like men.
Not today, Beaumont. I brought the cavalry.
Thank you.
Thank the Indian. He tracked you for many miles across rough ground.
How did you know about Beaumont?
We will talk later, when there is time. Drive Beaumont from the mines. I will go get help from the local native villages. I need to get help from the native villages.
We should search for Beaumont while Canyon's outside looking for help.
Grandniece, it has been a long time.
Yes. 5 years since my father's funeral. Why are you here?
I have been on Beaumont's trail for months. He and the Circle of Osses believe you know where to find the Lake of the Moon.
That old story again? Did you forget what year this is?
The Circle is all too real. Your grandfather John learned that before he died. Beaumont is their leader now.
The Circle won't find anything at the lake. The Fountain of Youth is just a myth. Where's Beaumont?
Escaped and killed my best men in the process.
You see? Beaumont will go to Florida and extract from the Seminoles what he could not learn from you. And even if the lake is a myth, there is lost Spanish gold in the swamps.
Then that's where we're going.
This swamp was the Lake of the Moon?
I don't see any Fountain of Youth, but the area is littered with doubloons from that old Spanish treasure fleet.
Surrender, or you will face justice right here.
Melu, attack!
Cooper! Beaumont will pay for this.
The Circle stronghold is in Havana, but I am not so sure that is where Beaumont went. The local Seminoles have a legend, but their chief can explain better than I can.
In the time of the Night Morgan, the Inca took many barrels of the water to Pacamayo Valley. Beaumont seeks the water, so he will go there.
Inca? The Inca are all dead.
My father told me that many captives returned to their homeland when the Spanish fleet was sunk.
Then we must find their homeland before Beaumont does. We sailed for South America, then cut through the jungle, following Beaumont's trail to the shadow of the Andes. I wasn't sure what I cared most about, recovering the rest of the Spanish gold or avenging Cooper's death. All I knew is that I wasn't going to let the Circle of Osses win.
I am General Bolivar. What are you doing here? Are you with the Spanish?
No. We're chasing a Frenchman, Beaumont. He's looking for the old Inca lands.
I know this place. You'll never get past the Spanish. But together we may be able to organize an assault. Help us rid ourselves of the Spanish, and I will help you find your Frenchman. We will need the help of the local villages to defeat the Spanish. Start with the village to the north. They can supply us with an economic base. Attack! Now! You have helped bring freedom to my people. How can we repay you?
Can you spare a guide? We need to travel east to Pacamayo Valley.
I will send men with you, but be careful. The mountains are treacherous this time of year.
We'll take our chances. Good luck, General. There's a pass up ahead. See it?
Are you sure this is the trail?
Does it matter? The Bone Guard army is behind us. We're going forward.
The Inca still live.
This place, is it real? Hold your fire. My name is Amelia Black.
I know who you are. You are the descendant of the knight who saved my people long ago. This battle was years in the making.
What battle?
Look there. The Circle comes for the water.
The water is not important. My people must come first. Help us defend the last city of the Inca, Amelia Black.
We've got to strengthen the defenses of this Inca city however we can. No one will be able to build an artillery foundry in these high mountains, but the Inca tell us they know a way a cannon can be hauled here from the coast.
Your people fight well.
This is not over yet. Beaumont escaped with several barrels of the water.
We've got to stop him.
The Circle has blocked the eastern pass. You cannot follow.
Now that they have the water, they will assemble in the ossuary. It is their stronghold, near Havana.
Then we'll follow him there.
So, you believe in the legend of the fountain's water?
I don't know what to believe. But what will the world be like if Beaumont lives forever? The Navy said they'd send warships to fight the Circle. Where are they?
In my experience, the American government's promises are less than reliable.
They're just late. Get to shore and set up camp. So this is the famous ossuary. I don't know if we can sail past the ossuary. Maybe we should land on the south side of the island. What I remember most about that day are the smells. Black powder, sweat, and too much death. Or maybe all I was smelling was that damn Beaumont. Was the fountain's water worth it all? I never found out. What I did know was that the Circle had stored a lot of treasure in the ossuary over the years. Uncle Kenyon said we shouldn't profit from the cult's blood money, but most of the gold came from those Spanish treasure ships Morgan and Lizzie sank. The way I figured it, the Circle of Ossus owed the Black family a little something. Don't you agree?
So you made it. Ran rails all the way from Kansas City to the West Coast.
Yup. Falcon Company wasn't the first, but we'll still get a piece of the pie.
The papers are saying your money troubles are over.
We managed to find some new investors in Florida and Cuba.
Good. Glad to hear it. Your family must be so proud. This land belongs to you now. You and folks like you. Folks with steel in their backbone.
I'd stay and chat, old-timer, but the train's coming.
You broke the circle. And in just one lifetime, too.
What did you say?
Don't miss your train.